Whenever I look at a bill, and I've ran some interesting bills. One was some folks from Stanbury Park who called us representatives. I always just, please call me Doug. Said our son was attending college down at Dixie State. He'd gone to a party. He'd been drunk. Was out in his car. He passed out. He was 18 years old. Well, he was arrested by the police for DUI. Said, okay. Said he didn't ever drive the car. But now, under the current law, he cannot get his license back till he's 21, period.
So he was just in the car?
In the car. And said there's no recourse. I said, well, that can't be. What do the judges say? He said, it's in statute. Would you consider running a bill, and would you look at that? I reluctantly said yes. Reason being, when I was about, I guess, 11 years old, my dad was at a meeting, and I got a phone call from LDS Hospital saying, is your dad there? No. Who's there? I said, me. When your dad gets home, tell him your mom was in a car accident and your sister in her LDS Hospital in critical condition. He needs to come in. Click. So I remember my dad walking through the door. He says, Dad, Mom and Jan had been in a car wreck and they're in critical condition in LDS Hospital. He just turned around and walked out the door. And come to find out, the guy that hit him was a drunk driver on 21st South. Our car, the engine was up in the driver's area. He walked away unscratched, and that colored my view on drunk driving. I was just so opposed to it. My mom came home about a month later, and I lived in Pine County. I rode the bus to school. I came in. My dad said, Mom's in the living room. I walked in. I thought, who was that?
Mm.
My mom's nose was smashed against her face. Her eyes were black. I just wanted to throw up, and I just walked out in the backyard and just cried. And I thought, if that's what a drunk driver will do, never mind. So I thought about this. I thought, this is going to be really difficult. Mother gets drunk driving to come out against it. It's going to be the most difficult bill to pass ever. So I was thinking about it. More families came forward and says, look, our kids got picked up for DUI. They want to go on a mission, but you have to have a driver's license going on an LDS mission. They can't go. They can't go to college because, they need to have jobs and they can't drive. And so I actually went to court with one girl to testify before the judge, and the judge says, Mr. Sagers, what you're asking, the law says we cannot do that. So I reluctantly agreed to, take up legislation to do away with that and make it so, that it was at the discretion of a judge to determine the severity of the penalty, not just arbitrarily by state law.
Mm-hmm.
I was nervous as could be when it came before the House for a vote. And
yeah, in Utah, that's probably kind of a pretty rough bill to put up there. Anything that's maybe viewed as alcohol or substance positive.
Yeah. So I expected to get my fanny kicked. I presented the bill. A bunch of legislators have been there for a long time. Says, when we passed that bill in 2008, we made a mistake.
Hmm.
And the bill passed the House unanimously, went to the Senate where it passed unanimously. The governor signed it when it hit his desk. But that was a good awakening for me. But so that my positions on different things just are based on what I believe to be the right thing. And that one, I knew that MAD was going to come out, and actually MAD supported the bill. They spoke in favor of the bill as well.
Well, and that's a good thing where you threw nuance in there. The kid wasn't driving, so maybe we can give him a small fine. Whereas if he was driving and pulled over on the road, that's when you enact a larger extent of it, if not the full.
Yeah, leave it to the discretion of the courts. I mean, to enact a law like that just is black and white with no give or take, it's just not a good law.